And welcome back as always. The dynamic duo of Treese and Infamous. We are here for a quick weekend news dump of everything that was going on in gaming. Let's get started and get into it. So first up, we have PlayStation is adopting the technology that Microsoft has been using on their Series X and S platform. News is going around that PlayStation will be adopting the Xbox Smart Delivery feature. PlayStation games will now only get necessary files from their downloads instead of everything bundled all in one, including PS5 Pro enhanced files being downloaded even on base PS5 games. Also, games that have power save mode will now get their own file configuration, leading speculation into these changes are in prep for the PlayStation 6 handheld. So now, PlayStation games, in a sense, should be a little more leaner, better downloads, faster into the gameplay. What are you talking to this?
I'm here for smart delivery. Ah, all positive. Listen, especially in recent news, it's so much griminess that's going on. I am all for this. Bring it on. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, I will say that the smart delivery feature that Xbox used was pretty, I won't say groundbreaking, but it's pretty smart. Rather than have everything be bundled all in, which is making these games feel so damn bloated in a sense that you can trim the fat and trim down download sizes since everything is quote unquote going digital. So it's good for them to separate base PS5, PS5 Pro, and now the Sony first party games that will have the power save feature. Yes, separate that trim net. My only thing is, why in the hell has that taken so long for you all to implement in the
Yeah.
11th hour of the console generation? Now you want to make such a radical, drastic improvement. But hey, that's the Japanese for you. Next in the news, we have Starfield has finally released on PlayStation. The rumors were true, as we all talked about and speculated. And to some people, it's just mid. Alongside the release of the game finally coming out nearly, what is it, almost 3 years, 2 years and some change, it came with a free update and an expansion. And it's just more of the same of Starfield. Some people heralded as this will be the 2.0 comeback, the Phantom Liberty moment. And Todd Howard himself said that is not that. Mid reviews is just more of the same. Nothing special. Trees, did you have any particular mindset or thought process on Starfield? Would it give it a second breath of life that the game really needed, or was it more just
Listen,
more of the same?
who's over there? That fucking liar. That fucking Todd Howard guy. I have no hope for anything that he is over or come out or do well. And this was I mean, I'm being dramatic, but I remember distinctly the what the game was looked at upon release, mid release or year 8 months removed. And yeah, I just feel like this is just so what? All right. Oops. Okay. Oh, you want to put it on a platform? Okay. Like some of the bugs and all that stuff that they were having on the Xbox launch version is still present here. And I'm just like, so what a waste of space. But yeah, I ain't got no host, man. They didn't even try. At least could try. Try. I don't understand why anybody's on the payroll because they're not. What are they actually working on? Because they're not making this game better. They're not implementing things that could be fun and like it's like they're not even trying. It's like no one comes to work. It's like it's a ghost town, or maybe it's like I don't know. If anybody watched that show Severance, that's how it has to be at that place. You have no memory of your outside life when you're at work, and once you leave work, you ain't got no memory of your. I don't, it's weird. I don't know, but yeah, no, fuck Todd.
That's what you ended with. Fuck Todd.
It just works. No, it does not.
Okay, okay. I will say this. It is funny that you brought up the fact of, them, how you think they feel with putting the game anywhere. There were many reports that when Bethesda was purchased, they were a little bit upset that their games would be strictly just to the Xbox brand and console platform, while Activision was purchased, and they're like, yeah, everything they do is going to go everywhere. Now I don't know how really true that is, because supposedly there was a PS5 version of Starfield being worked on before they got bought by Xbox. So I don't know why this is not, the grand poopah as it should have been. You had extra time. You have PlayStation's hardware, dev kits, everything, because there's mass reports of bugs, certain glitches going on, which should not be nothing new for a Bethesda game. But it's just like, when will you guys just get it together?
I don't
When
think they
will you all
care.
just stop half-assing? And to a degree, that could be true. It's like, just don't give a fuck. They're like, eh, eh. Like, this was supposed to be this grand moment for them. Oh, our new IP in 25 years. And I watched a video that pointed something out. And this is the first time Bethesda had to make something kind of on their own. They had no lore. They had nothing to dwell or to piggyback off of. Fallout's, as much as they like to claim, that's their franchise, they bought it and it already had pre-existing lore and a background to it. And the Elder Scrolls have only become what it is based on the considerable constant iteration of it from game to game. So now it just points out like, hey, you all are not the grand storytellers or game designers that you are. But hey, I'm more than willing to give it a try out when it's $20, and we'll go from there. Next up. Now, I don't know if you remember this, Treese, but I love State of Decay 2. I think we played that a couple times. We didn't really, me and you per se, didn't really get into it. But State of Decay 3 is back on the table. Undead Labs has reported is prepping for a alpha test of the game coming up here in May. And I believe currently at the time of recording of April 10th, you can sign up for it. I'm very excited. I'm great to hear this news. It is sadly another mismanaging on Microsoft's part. This studio was purchased long ago, and this game was announced so long ago, and now it's like, oh, alpha testing. Okay, how far is this alpha testing behind, taking the game to beta? But hey, some news, I guess, is good news. Where are you at? Do you remember us playing State of Decay? How did you feel about it? What's your take on it? You know me, I love some good zombie games.
Yeah, I do remember State of Decay. I remember it being very, very bare, struggling with the camp. It was not enough shit. I think at that it wasn't enough stuff in the game, and we were struggling to make some shit happen. And we played for a couple of days, and I was like, "Eh, all right," because you got mad, and I got mad, and we was like, "Fuck this game." But oh, so commonly that goes about in life. Trees, well, she's gone. Infamous, he'll come back. And I remember asking one day, I was like, "Yo, what's up with the State of Decay?" And he was like, "Oh, they got all these updates and made the game fun again, and it was great." And I was like, "Oh shit!" And then I popped up. We ran a session. Yeah, it had got a lot better. So I am all for State of Decay 3 being back on the table. I think it's would be a travesty for them not to continue on. I know that game was a little struggle because I think that's when Xbox bought them, and think Xbox kind of rushed the gun on a lot of their shit. But hopefully,
Probably.
they got some control, they got some things. But I have high hopes for State of Decay 3. Honestly, when I did come back to the game and was playing my cousin, it was a great time. Highly stressed times and stressed out, but fun times, man. Where did we play State of Decay? That
Yeah, it
was
was on
on
Xbox.
damn. Guys, turn on the Xbox to play State of Decay.
Well, with their initiative, with everything going everywhere, it'll probably come to PlayStation. Maybe we don't know, but I will say this: I am highly, way more forgiving than my cousin. As she goes away, and doesn't come back. I do like a girlfriend who just don't know any better. I come back and like, oh, you changed. Now I will say this: State of Decay 2 was a bit of a mess, but Infamous loves his zombie games, and the way they designed it more was surviving with a group, with a community, and not really the story based kind of the first one. Yeah, I got into it. I found a group of people and just ran around. popping zombies, building communities, the weapons, the mods. Just I got into it. It was my thing. I stuck with it as they made the quality of life improvements, the relaunch of it, the Juggernaut edition. I enjoyed it. I highly enjoyed it. But I will admit I was skeptical when they announced 3. I'm like, but 2 just came out not so long ago, and they were just still heavily supporting 2. So I'm like, so how are you making a sequel? But you're still supporting this one, and now there have been reports that hey, State of Decay 3 had a lot of development problems, a lot of mismanagement on their leadership, a lot of mismanagement on Microsoft's leadership because they're like, oh, we're hands off, but hey, woulda, coulda, shoulda. We've been all down this road before. It is nothing new. So, more into the news is Halo Studios. As of April this year, Halo Studios, formerly 343 Industries, is facing significant controversy following explosive allegations of toxic work culture, unethical, and unlawful acts made by former senior staff. Woo! Glenn Israel, a 17-year veteran of the Halo franchise and former art director for Halo Infinite / Halo Studios, that name, released a scathing 2-part statement on LinkedIn in early April, saying Israel alleges that between January 24 and June 25, ooh, that's very, very not very recent, he witnessed and was subjugated to actions by senior management, including blacklisting, fraud, rampant favoritism, signs cronyism, and multiple harassment campaigns designed to force out undesirable employees. He alleged a 4-day campaign of harassment was launched against him to fabricate grounds for termination after he filed complaints with Microsoft's HR. Former support staff, following Israel's statement from other employees, corroborated the claims of a toxic environment. Accusations against Microsoft HR, Israel accused Microsoft's Global Employee Relations, GER, what's that in the video game? Department of failing to investigate complaints and stated that a representative threatened retaliation upon their first contact, promising to squash any further investigation. He further suspected that Microsoft uses layoffs as a tool to remove employees who file formal complaints. Damn, you can't get more of a whistleblower than that guy. Like, damn, Trees, tell me what are you feeling taking all this in?
Yo, he gimped it in the clip, boy. Ah, damn. Look, now I'm starting to look like that Phil Spencer Cerebon firing. Look differently, like, blink twice if you're okay. All businesses gonna have some type of level of nastiness. It sounds like they have been moving nasty, all right. And yeah, obviously something needs to happen over there. They need to do something. I don't know what. I don't know who. I don't even know who to call for them to fix this. But they need to get it together because this is out in the world. So listen, don't listen. Get your shit together. You shouldn't be embarrassed. You shouldn't be doing this stuff. You've been around the block long enough to know better. What are you doing? Supposed to set an example for the other kids. You look at you in fucking detention. All right. Gosh. Come on, man. Halo brand. Tarting this shit. You're tarting this shit. Now in the dumps, people are already mad that they can play Halo on PlayStation. You do this at this point in time? Knowing the block is
Mhm.
hot. The fucking block is hot for us. Get it together, man. Do better. Figure out. Listen, if you need to clear the house, clear the house. This is not good. This is not a good representation of anybody's company, but let alone a company that is Halo.
Yeah, I just want to point out that this further cements people's talk of 343 has mishandled the Halo IP and really should just be handed off to another studio. People feel that Machine Games, the developers of the Wolfenstein franchise, how they brought it back, should probably take a crack at this because 343 now, Halo Studios, is just tarnishing and damaging this brand. I mean, this guy is saying that, hey, they doing straight up not just wrongful shit, illegal shit, blacklisting, fraud, harassment. This is shit that, like, yo, you will get fined, but on a federal level of this, federal and criminal investigations. And this not only paints a more darker picture of shit that was going on while Phil Spencer was at the helm of Xbox, how he was just this golden messiah to gaming and Xbox. And it's like, yo, he was letting this shit go on. Well, at the time when this was going on, they were saying Microsoft will not publicly comment on what goes on inside their company and employee and what employees got going on. I was like, hey, that just says, hey, you caught us with our pants down and we ain't got shit to say right now while we try to figure out how to save face. But come on, man. This is like a real shot in the dark and a fucked up moment when Xbox is really trying to revitalize the brand, and you got a guy coming out here saying, hey, these motherfuckers is dirty. Not to mention from the studio that has fumbled and just steady fumbling their flagship IP. Halo is what made people buy an Xbox, and I agree with you. This comes at a real fucked up time when people are pissed as hell that, going forward, Halo's on PlayStation. Like, what? Now you hear this. It's fucked up, but hey, gaming all around is getting a little dark. But next piece of news, and this one, this is very long overdue. There are currently PlayStation beta testers in the works testing out the new PlayStation UI change. And I'm just going to say, God damn it. Why has it taken so fucking long? PlayStation, what are you doing that you are 6 years in and like, you know what, Bill, let's make a change. Let's change some shit, as we're walking out of this PlayStation 5 generation. And in the midst of this news, where are the fucking folders? Where are the folders? Since the PlayStation 5 launched and people got it in their grubby little hands, for the people who could get it, people have asked, where are the folders? The Vita has folders. The PS3 got folders. PS4, even though it took a while, got folders. Where are the folders? Trace, how are you feeling of this grand UI change coming to the PS5? Is it too little, too late, or hey, you're welcoming the fresh coat of paint?
No, no, no. I don't. And then you didn't bring fucking folders back. That's really. I was like looking at it. I was like, oh, let me see. Is that a folder? No, motherfucker. We've been asking for this shit for 6 years. Give us the fucking folders. I don't even understand. I can't. I don't even get because PlayStation UI going from one console to one console downgrades itself. And you spend all that console slowly bringing it back to things you downgraded from. Then you get ready for a new console, and that's downgrade. It's like nah, man. Fuck PlayStation. I ain't with it. I ain't nah. Fuck them.
Yeah, I just don't understand. They take 5 steps forward and they go 12 steps back. The
Yeah.
PS the PS4 ended with a suite of updates, quality of life changes, and I do know folders was one of them towards the tail end. You would have expected those changes and updates to transition to the 5. Now they did robustly change the XMB cross media bar for people who don't know what the hell that stands for. But at the same time, why wasn't folders something able to be implemented from the get go? Now they did try some piecemeal shit where you can group your games together in some weird little vague listing, whether they were downloaded or non-downloaded. But it's like, okay, that's not what people asked for. I am just confused on you are the market leader. Your consumers are asking you for something that seems like an intern should be able to knock out on a Saturday afternoon while no one's in the office, damn it, and you just choose to ignore and do shit no one asks for, shit no one cares for. And it's like, I do feel like, yo, this is like almost too little too late. You all are talking about moving on to the next gen. So what the fuck is this for? What is this for? But hey, Sony is being Sony, playing the station. But hey, we'll see how it goes. I mean, it'll be your 9 out of 10 as all updates. It'll be voluntarily until they say, hey, it's mandatory, and then we'll all get it. But next up, we have the Elden Ring movie set leaks. I have to just come out and say this that I didn't know that we're working on a fucking Elden Ring movie.
Oh.
I know that in recent times, a lot of video game properties are being optioned and looked at to make either a movie or a show. And I didn't know Elden Ring was one, or maybe I did and I just forgot. But they're moving along fast. There's some movies that are very still sitting in limbo, like the Gears of War movie. They've been talking about trying to make a Metal Gear movie for the longest. But apparently there were leaks of a set. Someone got a hold of some photos, some statues that are made. The Statue of America you see right there is a whole full prop set, and it seems like they're really moving full steam behind it. Whoever's behind the project of what's going on, hey, I'm for it. I'm for it. Now, Treese, my cousin, has not played Elden Ring, but Treese, what do you think and/or feel success of the Super Mario movie and other successful kind of recent-ish films? You think they should kind of just stay in the medium of gaming, or you're open to try to see the medium in a different light?
Oh, no, 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 no. I think especially after we see, like The Witcher and damn, I just like what else was live action? I mean, the little Marvel people. I mean, there's really a lot of examples of if you just make it a good TV show or movie, it would be good. So I think a lot of these studios, especially like Elder Rings, it's a lot of lore to unpack and you can do that over either 8 or 9 episodes, and you can tell a well story, and I think they can really do that really beautifully. I just worry because who they're under for their company, like, I'm a little nervous, but I don't have no problem with it. Everybody is trying to make a either video game movie or a reboot of a old TV show, like, I think this could be a very interesting time, especially for Elden Ring. I'm down. I think this would be great and it needs to happen.
I have to say, seeing the photos and the leaked images, I am. I don't want to say I'm optimistic, but I would like to see an interpretation of the film of Elden Ring. But my whole thing is Elden Ring is a very large game with a lot of main content and optional content. To try to tell that story, which Miyazaki games stories are very convoluted, you need to really piecemeal everything in the game to get somewhat of an idea of the narrative. I just hope they do not go on trying to tell the story all in one go, because you will miss so much shit. But then again, you could say, oh, well, if they try to piecemeal it in multiple things, who's to say that the movie is successful and it gets a second chance? So that's where I'm at. I feel video games stories should not be adapted to movies. It should be adapted into shows. That way you have more time to fully expand on and show the stories that was told. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like Elden Ring, you can easily blow 100 hours in the game and be just main on the main path, not necessarily doing side quests of some of the characters or indulging in any of the extra content that is there. So that's where I feel at. But hey, I could be
But
wrong.
but
We'll have to
but
wait and see.
there are they making a movie? They're making a show, right?
No, no, no. It says a movie. It says a movie.
Oh, I've
So
been saying all this thinking they was making a show.
oh, no, 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 no. It's an Elden Ring movie, and again, that's why
Okay.
I'm like, why did you choose a movie?
Oh,
There's so much lore in that game. There's no way you cover all of it in a 2 hour movie. Even if you
yeah.
stretched it, and it was like make it 230, 240.
I'm
That doesn't happen. But
I'm
like I said, we'll wait and see. I'm sure that there'll be more to come out. A trailer or actor will drop a dime or something, and we would go from there. But let us know, what do you guys think of some of these topics that happen throughout the week, the stories going on that's happening. Drop those likes, the comments down below, and share with us. But before we go, a quick honorable mention.
yeah, so these are just a few topics I wanted to just mention. They were heavily flooding my timeline and yeah, so let's just jump right in it into Ghost of Yotei Legends mode. They had the patch 1.600 and from that patch it boosts up a lot of capabilities of the samurai. Wow, and they nerfed the archer down a lot, in my opinion. They didn't even touch the shinobi. Shinobi got no love in this update, but I can confidently say now that I can control a wave by myself, and no one needs to be. I can you can leave me by myself, and I can survive. I actually for the first time since this update, I played Nightmare, and it was rough here and there, but honestly, I can say as a samurai, I could hold my own. Before this update, I could not hold my own. When my teammate will try to leave because he thinks it's two of us, I'm like, no, you gotta stay because I'm going to get dropped anytime now. So there was a lot of stuff listed out to fix this, and I've been looking at it. One of them things they want to fix was the issue with in Ghost of Tsushima. So they literally copy and paste the game, sprinkle some little pixie dust on the shit, and say, "Oh, this is a brand new experience for y'all. Go ahead, fun." Like we having the same issues from Ghost of Tsushima. All right, whatever. So a little bit what about the moves? The fighting. It is a lot more smoother. I don't know what it is, but fighting movement is just clunky. The enemies, oh my god. When you get I call it getting locked in the animation because he's hit you, you're stunned, you can't move out the way, and his second hit is guaranteed, and you get dropped. That shit irritates me. I should be able to fucking move. Like that's that shit that pisses me. But it was I felt like, well, because my class benefited from a lot of stuff, but I felt like this update really, really did make the samurai more of a thing, more of a tank. Because in the first game, he was a tank. That was his role, and now I don't know. I felt like they went in there saying, "All right, the samurai gonna suck this time." But now, hey, his school is good. Maybe I'll venture to the other ones, but that was just really quick. Samurai's a good class. And Nightmare. Like, let's run it, bruh. And they have released the raid, so that is up too now since that update. So you can play raids and see what's that about. And yeah, that is really what's a big deal about Legends Mode patch 1.600. Now, quickly on this Pokemon. I don't know what you hope. I don't know what you dream. At the end of the day, it ain't coming out clean. Like this Pokemon champion, so much people been talking about shit about this game, and mixed with the shit, the dude about the game was like, "Oh, Pokemon champions will continue to live on as long as Pokemon live on." No, you can say, "Oh, you dramatic." That's a little throwaway. He didn't mean that. In my head, they about to milk you mofos dry. And this is a good, different way. A lot of people's like, I don't like to play same game same way. Hey, here's different way, but same way. And yeah, a lot of people are complaining about bugs and shit. People are complaining about the visuals being horrific. People are complaining about it's really not nothing. It doesn't have a lot of substance. A lot of people are complaining about just every fucking thing in the game. But like the man said, this is a forever. For as long as Pokemon is running, this will be running. So they'll do they regularly do when they add stuff and for one team 99. But I really thought this was gonna be a competitive way, coming to a stadium, bring your Pokemon, fight in front of everybody. I mean, that sounds like a good ass time. It really do. It really do. I wish I can go in that world with Detective Pikachu was. I had that shit set up for y'all, but it's really unfortunate. It's really it's like Pokemon. They just drain the blood out your body for nostalgia. They don't even care. They don't care about your heart needing to bleed. They'll take all the blood. That's how I just feel about Pokemon and all the rest of the franchises. Nintendo is just milking them for whatever they can. They last drop. How they drop. Yeah, until that last drop, man, they and no real intervention either. No real creativity. No, they don't. Yeah, no. That's why you. I gotta say no to Pokemon games. Then I don't even like the last generation, so it's getting crazy.
Weren't there reports that was going on that it was saying people were losing their Pokemon trying to transfer into the game?
Mhm. That motherfucker went gently in that good night. We ain't seen him since.
Well, that's Nintendo for you, milking their fans with the bare minimum, and people just allow them to get into it. But that was all the major news going on that I wanted to share, and we wanted to talk to you all about. As I said before, drop the likes, comments, share. Let us know what you think and feel about what is all going on. But always remember to enjoy yourselves and have some good fun gaming. I'm Infamous. That's Treese. Game on. And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, Are You Not Entertained?